Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Our topic is communication. 95% of what we do in our life is communication. और आपने देखा होगा कि कुरान में भी the highest faculty of human beings is अल्लमहुल बयान. We taught you how to communicate. तो हम डिस्कस करेंगे in two parts. Communication की different forms क्या हैं? Number one. Number two, थोड़ी सी कम्युनिकेशन का मैकेनिज्म कि इसके अंदर क्या होता है, सो दैट उस मैकेनिज्म में हम देख सकें कि वेयर डू वी फॉल इन द एक्सट्रीम और वेयर. सो ऑन द फॉर्म्स ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन, आवर फ्रेंड मिस्टर योगी, please tell us about forms and I will write down. It's a brainstorming session. So
all humans are born as babies, and when they are babies they can still not talk and they are already communicating with their
what kind of communication?
Physical presence, body language, with their
body language,
with their very existence, with their very coming into the community, with coming into the family. They are already contributing with joy or with sadness or with,
so just by being present
they were not present and suddenly they are present, and this is a big form of communication. Being present or not being present. And then slowly they grow into lolling, babbling, speaking.
Some sort of speaking.
Yeah. Then they are able to speak after some time. And then that speaking becomes refined, and the highest respected members of society are the lecturers and the preachers.
Means teaching, or should I say preaching?
The preaching is, I think, a little bit on top of the lecturing. Still,
so it's a different category, or it's a speaking.
Normal speaking. This is normal speaking, and then a little bit higher that lecturing and preaching, and still we have something on top. One line open on top of lecturing and preaching, which is revelations, dreams.
Dreams.
They are. Some people call it dreams. Some people call it revelations. There is no agreement on that level.
Okay. So let's say revelations.
And then we are all revelations, yeah. And then we are already the other half of our. Actually, now it's already a little bit very practical, because most people give too much space to the outer communication, and they don't give enough space to the inner communication. Even though inner communication is, if it doesn't happen, the man goes out of balance, he dies.
So there is an inner communication.
And the inner communication is so individual, such a personal thing, it is hard to describe.
For example, meditation is an inner communication?
For example, meditation, in many religious systems, it is called prayer.
Prayer.
This is also a form of inner communication.
Reflection. Is it inner communication if I am watching nature and I am trying to deep
reflection is sometimes
seeing the connection?
The academics sometimes are confused with the reflection of inner values and reflection of scientific values, and then it becomes really academic.
But
then they become lopsided.
Generally, reflection in the meaning of deep thinking, or seeing your connections with the
deep thinking is not enough. Thinking cannot go there to visioning, to experiencing. There are so many things which are beyond verbalizing, beyond even in French thinking is called parle antérieur, speaking inwardly.
So let me just try to speaking inwardly.
speaking inwardly. In French, it is very well named parle antérieur, which is then easily confused with just an academic exercise. Philosophers are in the truckloads falling into that trap. They think this is the highest exercise. Actually, it's just inner verbalizing,
So should I summarize
which
it?
is not reaching, which is not reaching to vision, which is not reaching to the contact with the reality itself.
So should I summarize it, or there are other forms that come in between? Do you think?
We are pretty much there. And now, of course, we have to fill the other half.
So to summarize is like this. उर्दू में कम्युनिकेशन जो है, एक जो हम कॉमन पार्लर्स में लेते हैं कि कम्युनिकेशन जो आउटर मैं जो चीज़ कर रहा हूँ, सुन रहा हूँ, प्रोसेस कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन वो बॉडी लैंग्वेज इज अ मेजर पार्ट ऑफ दैट, राइट? बीइंग प्रेजेंट भी कम्युनिकेशन है. दादाजी घर में रहते हैं, जस्ट बाय बीइंग देयर इट्स अ कम्युनिकेशन, अ कनेक्शन इज हैपनिंग. स्पीकिंग एक कम्युनिकेशन का पार्ट है. ये फिर हायर फॉर्म ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन है, लेक्चरिंग, टीचिंग, प्रीचिंग एंड हायर कम्युनिकेशन. लेकिन जनरली वी टेंड टू फॉरगेट that actually their proportion is 50-50. If I'm not able to...
The line should have been here.
Exactly, yeah. So inner communication. This is part one, right? The next part, now we are starting is the communication की mechanics क्या है? So that a little bit we understand the mechanics
application, how it is happening,
Right.
the how.
How
this
it's
is
happening.
more the what, this is the
what-
how.
Before that, there is an important aspect. So why we do all this as humans, or even as other
Yeah,
organisms.
that's-
Animals also connect. My cat also connects to me.
What's the purpose of the whole
The
thing?
purpose
Ah,
of
maybe
the
you
whole
connect.
thing is to
Connect.
connect.